Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. Doing a carrier bearing and a U-joint in my truck 2001 Century Class. And the reason why we're doing the carrier bearing is because I'm getting like a growling noise. And the so we thought it was the clutch, but this truck, we just put a brand new clutch in it. And it's still growling. It's still like a moaning noise, and it's getting worse now. Before it used to happen just now and then, and it's progressively gotten worse over the time. And I believe that this carrier bearing that's on this truck now is more than likely original to the truck. So first things first, here's the part number from Freightliner. And I did get it from Freightliner because we got a better price. Our guy takes care of us over there. And there is the U-joint part number. I don't have to do the U-joint, but it only makes sense that if you are doing a carrier bearing, you might as well do the U-joint. I mean, it's not crazy expensive, but it just kind of makes sense. I mean, U-joints will wear over the course of time. These flanges, I guess. These plastic flanges, I guess, will go bad. So, excuse my slowness. Still nursing this neck and this pop bicep muscle. So, I'm gonna go underneath here, show you guys a couple things. So, there's the carrier bearing. You're going to need a 1/2-inch 12-point socket. I believe it's 1/2 inch. Yeah. 1/2 inch. A 1/2 inch 12-point socket. And obviously an impact. And I turned, actually, I can't turn my light on now on my phone. But see this rubber? This whole thing is all rubber. It's one piece. And it looks like it's pretty much disintegrated in there. It looks like it's pretty separated here, but not on this side. So more than likely, the carrier bearing needs to be replaced, obviously, because the rubber is completely disintegrated. You can see how thick that rubber is on there. And I got nothing here. Nothing. So, first things first, you get a couple jack stands. And you put a jack stand on both drive shafts. This one here, and then obviously your front one. And what I did was I took some brake cleaner and I cleaned the whole entire bottom. And I had a you can see the new clutch, the flywheel, not the flywheel, but whatever it is, the through-all bearing, I think it is, whatever. But I had a major leak in this truck. The turbo was leaking for a while. I had to cripple it back home, but I put a new turbo and water pump in this truck. I did a couple of videos if you guys want to check it out. But anyways, the reason I cleaned the bottom was not so I wouldn't get any grease on me, because it's really not that bad back here. It's not dripping. But you want to reassemble the yoke and the drive shafts. You want to make sure that they're exactly how they were when you took them apart. And the reason for that is the drive shafts are balanced. So if you don't put it back together exactly how it was, you're going to probably get a lot of wobbling and rumbling, and I've never had one, because obviously I mark them before I take everything apart, and you should do that too as well. And you should also take pictures. I'm not a mechanic and I don't pretend to be one. If it's something that I can handle at our shop, obviously I do, to save money, and that's obviously why we have a shop. So but definitely make sure you mark this. I tried to mark it with a welding marker that we have, a steel marker. but it was dried out. So, and it's red, so it really probably wouldn't show up on this part here, but it would on this part. But anyways, like I said, mark it, take a picture, and make sure that you reassemble it the way that you took it apart for the so you don't get that, so you don't throw off the balanced drive shafts, I guess. And I've seen that on some other videos. So anyways, this is part one of probably a 3-part video. What I am going to have to do is, once I take this off and and drop the drive shafts on both sides and pull the carrier bearing, actually I have to, when this drops down, I am going to have to slide the drive shaft over to the side so I can get at the carrier bearing itself. And I thought we had a gear puller at the shop, so I have to actually go rent one. On some other videos, I've seen it both ways, where somebody used the gear puller and they said that that was the first time it ever worked for them, and they were actually pretty impressed. And then the other video I watched was the guy actually pulled off the entire drive shaft and took it out from underneath the truck, and he had to really beat the shit out of this thing to pull everything off. So I'm hoping I don't have that kind of frustration. I am going to, once I drop it, I'll be able to assess it. And I'll let you guys know on the part 2 video how it went. And if you find it informative, please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.